My name is Emily Monroe, born November 22nd, 2001, at Downtown Mercy Hospital. This is my senior digital scrapbook. I dedicate this scrapbook to my family. They have helped me get through all my years of schooling. My family. My family includes my two older sisters, Elisa and Samantha Monroe. I love them so much. They have been a big help with schoolwork, but also being a well-rounded person. My parents are Ernest and Martha Monroe, and they have always had unconditional love for me and have showed me to be compassionate for others and to serve others. And my dog Freddie has been in the family for a short 6 months, but he is very loved and is always a joy to come home to after school. From freshman to senior year, the last 4 years I have definitely changed, but my religious values and moral standards have not. My social skills have gotten much better. I'm not as introverted as I was. I believe sports church talks have helped me with those skills. My interests have basically stayed the same. My appearance and style have not changed, but I now like to dress up occasionally. However, I will always be a more casual person, matching my adventurous, outdoorsy personality. My week schedule. My daily schedule pretty much consisted of going to school and seminary, waking, and going to a sports practice. My Saturdays were always crazy with church events, sports events, and Sundays always stayed the same. I'd wake up around 9 or 10, go to church, come home, eat, just hang out, and kind of just leave the day to think about all the rest. And I would visit my grandma. I would try to go at least 2 days a week. Sometimes that wouldn't happen, and I always took an after-school nap. Through all 4 years, I played sports all 3 seasons, so that never changed. It was a good, consistent schedule throughout the whole year. My favorite books. I don't like to read books all that much, but I do have a couple of my favorites. The Outsiders. I like this book because it shows that people have similar issues, whether you're poor or rich. We shouldn't be harsh to judge others because of where they come from or how they were raised. The Giver. The way it shows the difference in how competition is necessary in a society, but also with love and compassion. People are different, and there will always be someone going against the current trend, and it's not always bad. Opposition can be a good thing. It helps society grow and prosper. Learning in the classroom. I went to an open concept elementary school, and that opened a lot of doors for different types of learning. Most of it was hands-on, which was my ideal style of learning because it was the way I learned best. We went on many field trips. My 4th grade trip to Yosemite was easily my favorite. My 6th grade math teacher and earth science teacher at Arden Middle School was my favorite. Mr. A always made sure every student understood material. He also made every student smile in his class. There was never a dull moment. And the picture up in the top hand corner is me in 4th grade. More learning in the classroom. My financial math class in 11th grade was good, although I did not like the way the teacher treated some of the students throughout the year. That taught me a different lesson, how to never treat someone as if their opinion doesn't matter and to take time to listen. But in the class, we learned lots of very important things, such as how to write a check, submit FAFSA forms to help us with college and fill out tax forms, and to be smart with our money. I enjoyed that class, but it was hard sometimes. The biggest lesson I had learned in high school. The most important thing I learned in high school was to always treat your peers with respect and to stay busy. It kept me out of trouble for the most part and active in the community. I took part in doing service, sports, church activities, and other extracurriculars. I learned to always be sincere when talking to others, create good relationship with all of my teachers, coaches, and peers, and to always have a firm handshake when talking to someone and to look at them in the eye. Extracurricular activities. All 4 years and all 3 seasons I participated participated in sports. This includes freshman year water polo, basketball, softball, sophomore year water polo, basketball, softball, junior year water polo, basketball, swim, senior year water polo, basketball, swim. I am also a proud member of the GSUSA, the Girl Scouts of the United States of America, since the first grade. Although I have not yet earned the highest award, however I am very close, I've completed the bronze and silver award, and the other projects and merits needed to be where I am today. I have completed church workbook that gave me personal enrichment and taught me how to be self-reliant. It takes about 5 years to fully complete. You are awarded with a medallion at the end of completion. More extracurriculars. I am also a player for water polo through the American River Water Polo Club. My club coaches have taught me so much discipline, work ethic, respect, good nutrition, and how to respect yourself and punctuality. Discipline, church activities, and service will carry me hopefully to the end of my life. I have learned that serving others, thinking outside of yourself and your own problems can pull you out of bad ruts and even prevent you from falling into them. For me, relying on God and His modern-day prophets will help guide me through this crazy world. Basketball has taught me to have grit through the toughest times and to let me know that bad things do have an end. Basketball was very mentally taxing all 4 years. Through other sports, I had gained a mentality that you don't quit, even if something is hard. Sticking with it till the end. The basketball was mentally tough because of the coaches, but the girls were awesome. My favorite things have to do with just about anything outside. You could say I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I wouldn't quite go that far. I love four-wheeling, whitewater rafting, mountain biking, tubing, cliff jumping, snow skiing, and traveling. My favorite restaurant is Chipotle. It's fast and good. I love it and it never gets old. I love hanging out, going to the drive-ins, hiking, chill lake days, and just relaxing and having a good, adventurous time. I don't watch TV that much, but I like Animal Planet and Motor Trend. And my favorite apps are TikTok and Instagram. These are some pictures of my favorite things. In the top corner right there, this is some friends and I out four-wheeling. Down here is a chill lake day, just hanging out on the water trampoline, tanning, good time. Then that's whitewater rafting. I was actually training to become a guide. It was cold. It was hailing that day, and I'm pretty sure I almost got hypothermia. And this is me just skiing on the slopes, having a fun, good time, hanging out. Then this was when my family went to Peru, and we were driving through a small town on the coast, and we saw a bunch of kids jumping off this 30-foot pier, and we thought, that looks like a bunch of fun. Let's stop and do it. So we did that, and then afterwards we bought a ton of ice cream and shared with all the kids on the pier, and it was a great time. Then the top picture of us tubing was a church activity, and the lake was beautiful. It was sunset, and it was a great time. You can never go wrong with tubing at sunset on Folsom Lake. The beautiful views. My most profound event of senior year. It really hit me hard finishing my last season of high school water polo. Those girls were like family. We all felt a deeper relationship than just teammates. We all felt like we could truly count on each other with our lives. We had a special team, and when that last buzzer rang, we knew that the season was over. It had come to an end. No more Saturday mental breakdowns after 2-day tournaments and our sixth game. So moving on from water polo was hard for all of us, but it happens, and it taught me to make the most of any good situation, and to treat it like it could end tomorrow, and to always appreciate the wonderful people in your life and the time you have with them. And the picture is a picture that we all took together our freshman year, and then underneath was a picture that we took our last season, and we were all together, and we recreated the photo. It's pretty good, one of our favorites. My all-time favorite music. I love all music. It depends on what I'm doing. When I'm throwing pottery, I listen to Andean flute music. I came to like that music when I visited Peru. I fell in love with it. It calms you down, slows your heart rate, and really lets you be in the moment. Lets you truly feel the clay and makes you feel connected. When I am preparing for an athletic event, I listen to upbeat rap pop. It gets my adrenaline rushing and my body moving. It makes me want to dance and just go for it. When I am just driving, I listen to pop, or a little bit older pop, like 2010, because it's still fun to listen to, and what's better than car karaoke, although I'm not a very good singer. When I'm hanging out on the lake, mountain biking, I like to listen to country music. When you're in nature, what's better? Then, this is my favorite Andean flute music. That's what I listen to when I throw. And then the middle is Juice WRLD. He's not very hype, but I like it. And then Luke Combs, he's just good. If I had to do it over again, things I would do over again. I would work harder in the classroom my freshman and sophomore year. Junior year, I had to work a lot harder to complete my goals and raise my GPA. But I did, and now I'm much more efficient in the classroom. Learning outside the classroom. I have learned many things outside the classroom, but I learned so much at summer camps. There are two in particular, AFY and the Sac Aquatic Center. At AFY, I learned how to start a fire with no lighter or matches, how to horseback ride and purify my own water, where to set up camps if you are lost, and how to use the sun as a clock. Things that I learned at the Sac Aquatic camps are many different sailing knots, how to sail upstream, and how to capsize a boat and flip it back over, along with canoes and kayaks. The picture in the bottom is the group that I went to AFY with, and they're a super fun group, and I'm still friends with them. We made good connections, and really cool people. How I spend my hard-earned money. I typically like to get gifts for people. Spending on myself, I can't resist buying new parts for my truck, go-kart, mini bike. I love upgrading my fun little toys. I don't purchase a lot of stuff very often, but when I do, it's fairly expensive. Or buying new toys that don't need much upgrading, like my drift trike and whitewater rafting boat. But other than those things, I save my money. I have a good savings, and every day I go to work, I know that I'm adding to my future, and that's a good feeling. In the top, where my pointer is my mini bike, which I took the motor out of that go-kart in the corner and put it in there. So it goes about 50 miles an hour. It's a little scary, but it's fun. And I reupholstered the seat and repainted it. Then the bottom is my drift trike, and that thing is definitely scary. Then that's my truck, and my go-kart's in the back, and we're just having fun four-wheeling. Then that's my go-kart, and I put a 13 horsepower motor in it. It goes about 40 and can climb up any hill. Those are proud projects that I've completed. And I learned a lot about mechanics and little things. Then that is the whitewater rafting boat. That's what I use it most for, but you don't have to take it whitewater rafting. You can use it for fishing, hanging out on the lake. Slang dictionary. We have lots of slang that we use in our vocabulary. One that is a bit older but is still current is lit. This term has been used since 1910, but over the years the word's meaning has changed multiple times. When it got introduced to my generation by Travis Scott, using it in a very distinctive way in his music. Other artists used it before him, but in 2014 he started to use it as his signature before every song. We received it as something cool, amazing to us, unlike our parents used the word and it meant to become intoxicated, so they do not mean the same thing. 3 quotes and meanings to me. We may choose the harder right instead of the easier wrong. Thomas S. Monson. I love this quote because you are never not making a decision. It helps remind me that doing the right thing will save you so much time and agony. I'm nobody's pawn. Sean, I'm a queen. Burton Guster. Reminds me to never let anyone take advantage of me and to always stand up for myself. Failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. I have failed a lot over the years, and I've fallen and crashed, and it always reminds me to get up and do it again. And each time be wiser. All those quotes mean a lot to me, and they've taught me a lot. Have you found your passion? No, I've not. I like to do a lot of things, but most of them pertain to some sort of art. It's very difficult to create a career path with that. But I would like to become some sort of law officer, whether it be a park ranger because I love the outdoors and it seems like a fun job, or a regular police officer. It's a bit dangerous, but truly feels like you're making a difference in the community. But I am still figuring out what I truly want to do with my life, and I have a few years to make that decision. So I'll definitely take every moment to think about how I can be the most successful person. I'm immediate post-high school plans. I will be attending Sierra College in the fall. I'm playing water polo for a year, and I'm very excited to start my next journey. After that year, I will be applying to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm looking forward to that. Then after that, I will be applying to BYU Hawaii, finish out schooling there. Plans usually do not go as planned, so we'll see where life takes me. Excited for the journey. My mom's favorite memory of me. According to my mom, her favorite memory of me is taking me to client's house to list for sale when I was about a year and a half. When she was looking the other way several occasions, she'd look back at me, and I would be on the coffee table, then the back of the couch, the dining room table, and climbed on some other pieces of furniture. She knew that she would be busy with me forever. Thank you, Miss Amrick, for encouraging us to make this senior digital scrapbook. I really enjoyed the time making it, and I love your class. It's fun, and thank you.